Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We're going live. We're going live. Testing. We have volume. We have audio. Pardon me?
Live on YouTube.
Okay, great. Okay, great. All right. Thank you. We'll talk to you.
8:01 p.m.
All right.
YouTube.
Could you put this on record now?
Go to the meeting.
Free conference call.
The recording has started.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for those folks who can come in to start coming in. Please disregard my phone.
8:02 p.m. Gmail for paragraphs. Alert device. Power off button. Power off.
Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to get started with our webinar this evening on financing a beauty supply store. Startup and financing a beauty supply store. Good evening, everyone. My name is Warren Thomas. Those of you who are going to get this webinar live, thank you. Those of you who are coming in, thank you. And those of you who are going to receive this information recorded, thank you. I'm not going to be long-winded tonight, and those of you who've actually heard me speak before know I can be long-winded sometimes, but tonight we're just going to be a little bit more concise in what we're doing. This call was organized for the purpose of assisting those of you who've expressed an interest via YouTube in owning your own beauty supply store. I wanted to do an introductory call or webinar for you guys, and I may open up the lines for you guys to call in towards the latter part of the program. Those of you who have received the email, you should have access to the information in the free conference call, and with that telephone number and login, especially those of you who have signed up via the email to receive information. So if you have that information, you can call into free conference call, and if you have a question towards the end, I will allow for questions. Okay. New year, new beginnings, 2018. I wanted to start this year, for those of you, today is Thursday the 11th, 2018. I wanted to start this year on what I would consider really solid foundation, and to assist those of you who are interested in owning your own beauty supply store. Now, the first thing that any business, and I mean any business, needs is capital. And for those of you who started the process of looking for information to start your own store, one of the things you recognize is that if you don't have the money, the likelihood of you opening a store is 0 to none. Even with the handful of organizations or other entrepreneurs who can help you, if you don't have the resources financially to open up a store, it's not going to be good. Matter of fact, there's so many individuals like yourselves who have opened stores before, but because of their lack of capital, they did not have the amount of inventory necessary to maintain that store. And oftentimes what would happen is that potential customers will come into that location looking for a particular product and cannot find it. And they're going to go to other locations, other stores that offer the same products. Tonight, we're not going to talk about the statistics about the industry. Many of you probably have heard some of the other videos I've done. Tonight, I just want to focus on starting and financing. I'm going to make a few suggestions for those of you who are looking for ideas on how to start and finance your store. And if you're interested in moving forward, towards the end, I'm going to give out our office number, and you guys can call our office, speak to one of our reps, and we'll assist you with financing, getting yourself prepared and positioned to obtain the financing. And then from there, connecting you with groups that can actually help you with establishing the store. That's not necessarily our area of focus, which is opening the store at this moment. But within the next 60 to 90 days, we will be helping you guys with that. But for those of you who are ready to move forward, getting the money straight should be your paramount concern. Being positioned that you have anywhere between $80,000 to $100,000 to launch a store. If you don't have that kind of resources financially, can you start a store? Absolutely. The key question is, how do I get the financial resources? Some of you may have retirement plans, 401k plans that you can tap in via your current employment. Others of you may look at starting via a partnership, bringing in family members and friends and pooling your resources together, wherein that you can then open a store. Somebody may contribute $10,000, somebody may contribute $20,000, somebody may contribute $50,000. However you arrange it, the end goal is to raise between $80,000 to $100,000, and I would recommend that it should be more towards the latter, as close to 100K as possible. Outside of family and friends, the other way you raise capital, and this is what I encourage a lot of our clients and members to do, is utilizing business credit. Right now, it's one of the best times, to me, in the history of this country, for anyone to access capital. What are the tools? What do you need to access capital? Basically, if you have a credit score of at least 680 or better, I can assist you in as little as 2 to 3 weeks in obtaining $100,000 to $150,000 in business credit. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that you have available via a business. In some cases, you may use your personal credit at 680 score or better to help you obtain the business credit, but the credit is under the business. And there's a benefit for doing it that way, in that if you obtain, let's say, $100,000 in personal credit cards in particular, as you utilize that credit, what it does, it's increase what you call your utilization or your usage. For example, you have a credit card and it has an available credit of $20,000. You use 10,000 of that, so 50%. That means your utilization, also known as your usage, is now at 50%. In order for you to obtain financing, you always want to keep your utilization or usage between 10 and 30%. In 2017, many institutions had increased it that you can actually have a utilization of up to 40%, and it would not severely or negatively impact your credit as much as it did maybe 2-3 years ago. But I recommend try to keep your utilization, your usage, between 10 and 30%. You see, the higher your usage or utilization, institutions will look at you and say, well, you're more of a credit risk because you're utilizing most of your available credit. It's kind of backwards, but that's how they look at it. The more credit you're using, the more riskier institutions will look at you. Now, on the other hand, if you have business credit, which is credit under your business, and you can actually help your business, if you've got good credit, 680 or better, to obtain the business credit. Or you can actually build the business credit under the business without utilizing your own Social Security, your own credit or Social Security number in order to do so. But with the business credit, you can actually max out your lines of credit, your credit card. So let's use a $20,000 credit card again as an example. If you have a $20,000 credit card under your business and you maxed it out, there is no utilization or usage calculation. So what does that mean? It means you can use the entire 20,000 and it does not affect your personal credit, does not impact your personal credit negatively. So if you had 5 credit cards at $20,000 each, that's $100,000 that you have access to. And you can max out the cards to launch your business. And one thing, we even go one step better. We will help identify what we call 0% interest cards. These are cards that literally for 12 months, you don't pay any interest on the cards. You have to pay back your principal, but you're not paying any interest on the cards. And you can utilize the cards basically interest-free, and we show you how to do that, interest-free, while you're starting and building your business. So it's a very powerful tool for those of you who may not have access via friends and family, who may not have a 401k you can tap into, or other types of retirement funds to tap into. This is a way that anyone can raise the capital to launch a business. Now, if you don't have good credit, can you still organize the capital? The answer is yes. Even if you have a 480, a 520, a 580 credit score, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually build business credit under your business, which then allows you to access the capital that you need to start your store, even though you may have very poor credit. What I do recommend is, as you're building the business credit under your business, simultaneously you're cleaning up your credit. We do offer a program called Road to Financial Freedom and Success. It's a program that you have a setup fee of about $300, and you become a member. It's $47 a month membership, and as a bonus, we help you to restore your credit. And when I say restore your credit, we're going to try to get you back into the 700 range, and 700 credit score range or better, 720, 750, and what have you. So even with poor credit, can you organize the capital? Yes. But one of the things that you need as an entrepreneur is discipline. If your credit score is crap, it's going to take you a few months, 90 to 180 days, to restore your credit. Repeat that again. It's going to take you between 90 to 180 days to restore your credit. Simultaneously, you're also building the business credit. And those of you who are interested in that, you'll have access to our upcoming webinar where we teach you that process of building the business credit. But for those of you who are starting off now and your credit is poor, what I would suggest, find out more about the Road to Financial Freedom and Success. It's a very minimal setup fee of $300, and you become a member, $47 a month, and get your credit restored. Whether you work with us, Renewal International, in Quick Cash for Businesses, in buying and starting your beauty supply store, at least if you want to be successful in the society and in the times we live in, get your credit straight. Get your credit fixed. Credit is the tool to build wealth. Credit is the tool to start a business. Credit is the tool to change lives. Develop the discipline to fix your credit, and you'll be amazed. Within months, you'll have a perfect score. May not be an 850, but it'll be up, in the high 700s, low 800s. And the whole world will open up to you in relationship to opportunity. Folks, there should be no reason any of you right now are limited in relationship to financial resources. Those of you who may have real estate, and you may have inherited a property, or you've had a property over the years that you've paid down the mortgage and you have equity, that's another source that you can tap into in relationship to accessing capital. So that's 4 ways you guys can look at raising the money. 1, 401k or other retirement funds. 2, friends and family. 3, credit. 4, utilizing equity in real estate. There are other techniques that you can use to raise funds, and as you participate in the Road to Financial Freedom and Success, you'll learn about those things. That's why it's a membership, because we teach those things to you over time. And as you grow in your knowledge, you'll also grow in your ability to access funds to do the things that you're looking to do. One of the things I want you guys to think about is developing a business plan, a goals chart for yourself. List all the things that you want to accomplish. You have to set a goal. you have to have something to strive for, to work towards. Set a goal, short term, medium term, long term. Where do you want to be in the next 6 months, the next year, the next 2 to 5 years? That's your short term, medium, and long term plans. And then you also have to come up with a why. What's going to motivate you to do this thing? Is it leaving a legacy for your family? Is it creating another alternative source of income for yourself? Is it an altruistic reason that you want to impact your community, the society? Whatever it is, whatever the why is, you have to have a why. And once you have a why, it's easier to be motivated when you have those goals set. Because that why will always remind you why you should strive to achieve your goals. So what is your why? Why are you doing it? Oftentimes when I talk to my clients and members, I always ask them why. What is the reason you're doing it? What's going to motivate you when things are going slow, or things are not going the way you would like to go for it to go? What's going to motivate you to stay on track, to keep you pushing forward? What's going to motivate you when you have to take 2 steps backwards in order to make 1 step forward? What is the why? And once you have that why solidified, written down, and you have your goals to support getting to answer that why, you become almost unstoppable. So the focus that we have as Renewal International and Quick Cash for Businesses, and you guys can sign up at Quick Cash for Businesses, that's businesses plural, .com. Go to the website. Those of you who are listening to this on the for the first time on YouTube, there should be a link, or there will be a link in the description, and it should take you to Quick Cash for Businesses. You can get our free ebook on business credit just by entering your name and learning more about business credit. But at the same time, we're going to help you position yourself. You can actually go to the Get Started button and register at the website for the Roads to Financial Freedom and get your credit restored. Again, that's a bonus. We offer that as a free service. We don't charge for the credit to be restored. I'm encouraging you guys to get your credit restored. You do pay for the other services as a member, but for your credit restoration, that's a free service. Those of you who are in a better position with your credit, you've got a 680 or better, we have our program, Business Credit and Financing Suites. That's also at the site Quick Cash for Businesses, businesses plural, .com. That's Quick Cash for Businesses.com. Click on Get Started, and you can go to the Business Credit and Financing Suites. It's a little bit more advanced. It's a higher-end program, but that's where you can get started. And within 2 to 3 weeks, you can have access to anywhere between $100,000 to $150,000 in business credit. And all you're really supplying is your credit. You state your income, and that's basically about it. And we will help you to qualify for the funding. And the most importantly, you can actually be a startup. You don't have to be an existing business. Let's say you wanted to start the business tomorrow. How many of you right now would believe that literally you can start a business tomorrow and in 2 weeks have $100,000 to $150,000 available to you? That's your money that you have control of. You got to pay it back, of course. And that's why it's important you have something that you can direct the funds to that will help you to generate cash flow and income. But literally in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, you have anywhere between $100 to $150,000 in available credit that you can utilize, and that's cash credit. And you can literally start that business tomorrow. If you went to the bank right now and asked the bank for a business loan, even with good credit, and you tell them you're starting the business tomorrow and no business plan, because accessing this 100 to 150K, you don't even need a business plan for it. But if you went to the bank, they're going to ask you for a business plan. They're going to ask you for collateral. They're going to ask for everything, and the kitchen sink, your children, your wife, your husband. They want to collateralize everything. I'm saying you don't have to go through that. Rather than go through the front door of the bank, we go through the side door. It's like, hey, I go, pss, 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 come through this way. And I take you in, I hold your hands, and we walk you through the process to assist you in getting the funding. And if you're not ready, like I said earlier, we'll help you to get ready. See, becoming a successful business person, it's not an overnight thing. Those of you who are looking that this thing can be set up for you in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and you're going to be generating money hands over fist in your beauty supply store, if that's your idea, it's not a good idea. It's not how things actually work. You're going to have to learn the business, learn as much as you can about the business. You're going to have the capital in place to help you sustain yourself, to buy the inventory, to launch the business. And you recognize that it's going to take time. One of the things I recommend to my clients who look at these types of businesses is, hey, you may not start making money for at least the first year, but you want enough available access to, you want enough capital available that you can access to help sustain you for at least a year. So that way you're not floundering. See, consumers will take time to become familiar with who you are, familiar with your business. They want to see that you're going to be around there for more than 30, 60 days, 90 days. And once they see that you're going to be around for a while, then they're going to start trickling in. And then more will come in, and more referrals and more recommendations. And before you know it, you've got a fully functioning store. But that may take a year. So understand, you have to be disciplined. You also have to be consistent. If you find yourself having difficulty in being consistent, difficulty in being disciplined, then this may not be the opportunity for you. There are other things you can do that are more passively oriented, and you can still use the same capital that you raise to invest or participate in other type of opportunities. But understand, running a retail store, you may be up in the morning at 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning opening your store. You may be there till 10, 11 o'clock at night. But if this is what you want to do and you're looking at it realistically, I'll help you get the money. If your credit is crap, I help you restore your credit. And if your credit is good, it just makes it even faster for you to obtain the money and get started. Folks, the only person that can change your life is you. You have to take the first step. If you are not willing to do what's necessary to make those sacrifices to get started, then nobody's going to do it for you. You've got to be willing to do it for yourself. And once you are ready, the universe will open the doors. There's a scripture that says, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open, ask and it shall be given to you. See, all those things are premised on the fact that you take the first step. And once you take the first step, the universe will then fall in line and assist you. Well, you've taken that step partially. You found me. Now the next step is up to you. Go to the website, quickcashforbusinesses.com. Go to Get Started. If your credit is not good, click on the Road to Financial Freedom and Success and get started. If your credit is good, then click on the Business Credit and Financing Suites. And if you have questions, you can send us an email at warren@renewal, RENUALINTL.com, Warren@Renewal International. Or you can send it to admin, ADMIN, at renewal, RENUALINTL.com, and ask your questions. The opportunity is yours. Don't make a New Year resolution. Do not make a New Year's resolution, because many of you guys have made resolutions that you're just probably just giving up. I'm not asking you to make a New Year's resolution. I'm asking you to make a New Year's commitment. See, a commitment requires that you do something, be disciplined, and consistent. If opening a beauty supply store is what your desires are, then let us help you. Let my team and I help you accomplish what you're looking to accomplish. And as long as you guys are committed, we will help you to get to where you would like to get to. Those of you who take the next step, I will be holding a private webinar for those of you who get started with us. And I'll be explaining another program that we're developing, wherein that we can actually become your partners. Meaning my team, my company, Renewal International, will become your partner. This is not open for everyone. This is going to be a selected group of individuals. You've got to show me it's worth investing time and money into you. And you got to be willing to make a financial commitment yourself, because we will be making a financial commitment with you. So those of you who are not prepared to do that, then this is not for you. For those of you who are, you'll learn more about that program in our private webinar. So I'm going to open it up for questions. If you guys are on the conference call line, just press *6 and you can unmute yourself, and I will answer any questions that you may have. Press *6 and you can unmute yourself, and I'll answer any questions. I don't think we have the chat room up on the YouTube, but those of you who are on YouTube, you can leave a comment and one of our team members will follow back up with you. So if there aren't any questions, I'm going to close this webinar down. Again, please, if you know someone that's interested in starting a beauty supply store, introduce this video to them, share this video with them. Also, guys, like this video. If you're hearing this on a recording, like the video, because more people that like it, the more people will share to. Subscribe to our channel, Warren Thomas. Subscribe to this channel, and you'll be updated on other videos. Also, when I'm doing live calls and webinars. And those of you who already know, I not only talk about beauty supply stores, our business is finance. So I talk about financing a variety of opportunities, whether it's real estate or cryptocurrencies or just, starting a home-based business. We're looking at a variety of things that I'm going to be adding to this channel going forward, and helping to motivate some of you guys to get to where you want to go, to help you achieve the things that you're looking to achieve. So again, please like and subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and the description, the link will be there. For those of you interested in getting our free ebook on business credit, please click on the description, and I look forward to sharing more information with you guys. So on that note, thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful evening, and see you on the road to financial freedom and success.
Right.